Mets ace Jacob deGrom allowed 7 runs in 4 innings against the Milwaukee Brewers on Wednesday. It's one shy of the most runs he's ever allowed in his career. Danny Graves, our 120 closer and commish, pulling the gravy train into New York City. Danny, are you concerned about deGrom's performance on Wednesday at home against the Milwaukee Brewers?
No, I'm not concerned right now. It's not going to be the last time he gives up 7 runs in an outing in his career. And I'm assuming he's going to have a very lengthy career because he's nasty. So, the only concern would be possibly the walks. He walked 5 guys tonight, which he normally doesn't walk a ton of guys. But, you look back at some of his other games this year, he did walk 6 against the Washington Nationals in a game in April. But his very next game, he punched out 12 and walked 1. So, pitchers go through these stretches of losing their mechanics, not throwing strikes, losing their release point, whatever it is. I think he's good enough, and the Mets pitching coach, Dan Worthen, is good enough to figure that out so that he doesn't continue to struggle. Now, if he goes and has another game where he gives up 6 or 7, I'll probably have a different answer for you. But the good pitchers don't struggle for very long.
Yeah, it's probably a little too ambitious if you're trying to hit the panic button with deGrom right now. If you look back at his last 4 starts, Gravy, he had allowed 8 runs combined in those 4 outings. So he'd been pretty good. This probably a one-off, but something to keep our eye on there with the New York Mets, because it seems like there's always something happening with the New York Mets, right?
Yeah, so maybe you should go talk those New York Mets fans off the ledge, like the ones that are in the studio with you.
Well, I will make sure to get into Chris Antonacci's ear and get him off the ledge there. Jacob deGrom, bad outing on Wednesday. We'll see what he has going forward, though he had been good in his last 4 starts before Wednesday's outing against the Milwaukee Brewers. Ryan Zimmerman's having one hell of a season in 2017. How do we explain the turnaround for Zim Dog? Danny Graves has some answers for you waiting on demand. Just search Ryan Zimmerman or Danny Graves and find that conversation on your favorite 120 play.